Hi, I'm Leonard Wellington, and I'm here for REGARDE-MOI.
These past weeks like I got no limit. On God, why would somebody imitate? With Godspeed, this would just take a minute.
Well, I came with a bus. This is a suitcase with my clothes and my studio equipment. I found an apartment through a friend. I was 18 when I moved, so it was more the growing up part that I would have had in any place. I just did it in Berlin. I think that in Berlin, especially the free community that I've met, really guided me towards, the person I am right now. And I found that in the people around me, it was celebrated that I was discovering myself rather than people were holding me down, which I did really feel back home. Exactly, and also free to experiment and free to make mistakes. That you gotta make mistakes to learn. And I went through that quite straightforward and quite harsh at times. But I think because of that, I also got the footing that I have right now. I don't know, it's just a really cool thing for me. It was a really good opportunity to get into it, but from very early on I knew that it wasn't a career because I don't want to depend on that, I don't want to... If I need to pay rent by the end of the month and I get a job that I wouldn't like to do it, I don't support the brand, I want to have the power to say, nah, I'm good, So I've always had a job on the side. I've been working in the concert scene. I've been working behind bars, like any music student has. And always near concerts, music, parties, the Berlin club scene. I remember when I first got to Berlin, I got this punk button, it just says punk. I love it. It's from friends of mine, from their brand. I put that on like this vintage Valentino jacket, and I had this real, like shiny outfit on, and this homie just walked past and he's like, "You're not punk," in German. "Du bist kein Punk." And I got kind of, not upset, but more annoyed, like, you can be a punk in so many ways. Like, I love fashion, I love the runways, the parties, the champagne vibe, and that. But I handle my business in a super punk mentality, I make my music in a super punk mentality. Punk is there in every layer of society, in every layer of what you can be as a person. And actually, like, unapologetically being yourself and really bringing that through in all parts of yourself, nurturing that. It's super punk. Homies, we didn't have any money, like everybody got together, everybody did their thing. We were a whole team, I think we were like 15 people. Me and my friend Mo, we wrote it together and we directed it together. A crazy set of people to have in a band, like these guys, Johnny Kulo, Victor Vellinov, Andreas on drums, Ethan and Elias, like these guys. All of them separately have amazing music projects. Johnny Kulo behind it, it's just Johnny Kulo,
Sometimes it's just not great. Let me tell you what I see when it's dark and gray. And if you understand my pain, let me talk for a second, it could spark your day. Yeah, smile to the cameras. I've been ups and downs, smile, frown in my bed alone, no drinks on the terrace. There is really no way to stop me. Walk free, but I got fools that don't copy me. Yeah, I don't expect no respect, I just live it like...
Really happy with the way it told my story all together, from being a kid in Holland, feeling like I couldn't find my place, versus moving to Berlin and just doing my thing, A good friend of me gave me the notion that she believed that being a musician, you should be able to call yourself a historian of human emotion. I thought that was a really dope notion. I don't want to take credit for it. And releasing music, I've talked about that with a lot of artists. Like it seems like this dream of like, yeah, I'm putting my songs out, and I'm finally showing the world. But it can also be super disencouraging. It can be so disencouraging to put something out that you've worked so hard on, and it just doesn't go like you expect it to, I've been having problems with my expectations. I think that I can do a lot better for myself in everything else but the music. Like the music being the thing as it is, I should do way more work to make sure that the music finds its right place, its right audience. I think the EPs are a better idea for me to show people this is what we're doing right now. That requires some thought, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I usually really had the notion to drown myself whenever I have an issue. I used to say, put the caps on, and I would party. I would like drown myself in my social life, which we know how we do that in the Berlin scene. It's not always healthy.
Write it down, this a letter. To all my dear friends I got left, to my mom, to my dad, to whoever. I'm getting angry at myself because of how I'm living. Some shit I did could just not be forgiven. No, my life it feels stuck in this position. Fucking up decisions when I talk, but I never really listen. No, I feel I can't console myself. It's time to point out that maybe I'm not doing well, but...
And I've moved away from that right now. And lately, I've been very much confronted with everything that's in front of me because I'm not running away anymore. Like, I'm not trying to like get away from my issues. So it's a lot of thinking, and with thinking for me comes communication. I really need to talk my shit out. So therapy is always great, and I also confide in my friends a lot. Berlin is tough in ways, you know, like I was working nightlife for 5 years, which means in winter I rarely saw like light. And then you're working in that scene, but you also got your private life. And in your private life, ain't nobody awake. I just got like sucked into this party scene. I think it's very dangerous if you're not strong, you know. And I know I wasn't strong for a really long time, so it was a very easy excuse. Like, I got issues, I can go somewhere, people will know me there. People behind the bar will be like, "Yo, Leonard, what up?" I'll be like, "Hey, my guys," you know? It's comforting, but it's unhealthy, you know? Especially if you don't have the control. I feel like that view might be a bit romanticized by a lot of people, but it's especially if you're an artist. I feel like I have the responsibility to myself to be focused on my things. And what kind of hurts is that I know that for the past 2-3 years, I really wasn't that focused because I was living the party. So yeah, that's how I dealt with shit. And now I'm living life trying to figure out how I deal with shit. And it's a process. Might become an EP, you know? Like, we'll see. Good question. I've been listening to Curtis Wells a lot lately. He's a homie. Got an EP out, Walk of Fire, a couple months ago.
Into my higher self, this is my higher self. Into my higher self, this is my higher self.
I've really been enjoying his, his sound. It's special to me. So this for sure. Yeah, thank you. That was pleasant.